G'day scientists! Today I'm reviewing two air STEM kits, teaching you about air in a fun way. Right, first up, the Thames and Kosmos Inflatable Aero Dancer. It cost me $36.49 from Amazon. On the box it shows that it has 5 experiments inside, and on the back the contents of the box. We're going to need a 9-volt battery and a screwdriver for this kit. Let's open up and take a look. Okay, inside we've got the parts to make the fan, some stickers and polystyrene balls and the instructions. Ah yes, and the Mr. Wavy guy. Let's open the instructions and build the Mr. Wavy guy. First step, open up the parts for building the fan that will inflate Mr. Wavy. This step takes some bending of the wire connected to the motor so that the whole thing can slip into place inside the battery box. It says to do this carefully so as not to break the contacts on the motor. Then we push the motor into place in the plastic housing and make sure that the electric components are slotted in the right places inside the plastic housing. Then the switch gets threaded through to the other side of the housing and pops into place on the side. Then the fan is pushed carefully onto the motor spindle, but not so far that it stops the fan from turning, so just gently. This little plastic switch slots into place. This stops the fan from producing as much pressure, which you'll see later in one of the experiments. Then the cover clicks into place to prevent access to the fan blades. Last 2 steps are to insert the battery and push it into place inside the enclosure, then add the battery cover. Looks like the fan is assembled. Let's give it a test. Yes, it works well, quite noisy. Final step, screw the battery cover into place. It's quite secure without the screw, so this step is probably entirely optional. Then there are 2 feet to place onto the bottom of the fan so that it will stand up by itself. Now we've got to give Mr. Wavy some features. There are some stickers in this bag. I'm going to go for the classic look of 2 eyes and 1 mouth, but there are also some sunglasses in there and a bow tie for a formal casual look. Now he's got some features. He connects to the motor by slipping over the fan outlet, and then this blue ring clipping into place. There, done. Right, let's switch it on and watch what happens. It's inflating, but not dancing much, even with the fan turned down. You have to give it a prod every now and then. Cool, but noisy, not something you would want to leave on. One of the other experiments is to use the fan to levitate a polystyrene ball in the airflow. Check this one out. It's cool, but I think not one for short attention spans. This kit. I had high hopes for it, and I have mixed feelings about assembling the motor. I didn't really feel I was learning anything repeatable while doing it. It felt more like a way for Thames and Kosmos to save money. The leaflet doesn't really teach you too much about air and pressure, and the experiments are pretty basic, but it does produce a pretty cool effect at the end. I am going to give the Thames and Kosmos Inflatable Aero Dancer 2 stars for fun, 1 star for price, and 1 star for learning. Bye or bye-bye? It's a bye-bye. Light on learning and quite expensive for something that would definitely spend more time switched off than on. Next up, I've got the Blast Cannon from Klutz. It cost me $20.14. The box looks great. It's going to teach us about pneumatics by building this air cannon to fire foam darts. Let's open it up and see what's inside. First, we have a wad of cardboard pushouts, the instructions, which look really bright and colourful, some plastic that looks like rivets, and some foam darts and syringes and tubes for the pneumatics. Right, let's open up the book and follow the instructions to build the air cannon. It looks like the book teaches you about the science of pneumatics at the same time, and each of the pieces too. I quite like that. Okay, first step is to prepare the syringes by placing clips onto both parts of the syringe, the tube and the plunger. This will let them be controlled by the mechanisms we build later. Everything kind of clips into place quite easily. Next, we're going to build the bases that will hold the levers to move the cannon around and launch. Each of these steps is pretty similar. You push the pieces out of the card, fold them along the pre-bent lines, and then use the plastic rivets to hold them in place. Every now and then, you insert the syringes into holes on the cardboard, and that's how the cardboard ends up moving the syringes. The cardboard is pretty strong, so even though at times you are pushing quite hard into the cardboard to push the pieces through, it's sturdy enough that it doesn't cause it to break or bend in a way that stops it from working. The holes in the cardboard are pre-cut and all numbered, so as you are following through the instructions, it's really easy to know what you are supposed to be placing where. There are grooves cut into the cardboard to allow the movement of the syringes through angles. Overall, it's very simple to assemble and surprisingly sturdy. While I'm assembling this kit, if you found this video useful, please hit the like button. Want to save money and know which science toys are worth buying? Then please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you can be notified when I next drop a video. If you do subscribe, pop in a comment below to say I subscribed and I'll say hello. Okay, we're at a point now where we've built the bases and the levers, and I'm just adding the levers onto the base so that they have somewhere to push against while you're using them. There we go, all 3 levers attached to the base. Next step is to join the levers to the cannon using the tubes. First is the red tube, which attaches to the cannon and is for launching the foam darts. Next is the yellow tube, which moves the cannon up and down. Take a look at that smooth movement. You just would not expect that from cardboard. Finally, the red tube, which connects between the levers and the cannon to move the cannon left and right. There we go, also cool. Now we can move the cannon up and down, left and right by moving these levers. Okay, I think we're ready for a test fire. Let's push a foam dart into the end of the cannon and push the launch lever. Wow, that went with some power. Let's go outside and give it another go. I love this kit. It's the first Klutz kit I've reviewed. I'm going to look out for others to review. First off, it's super sturdy. No need to worry that it's made of cardboard. It genuinely teaches you about pneumatics, and it's really easy to see cause and effect as you push the syringes. It's great value for money and also good fun to play when you've assembled it. I am going to give the Air Blast Cannon from Klutz 3 stars for fun, 3 stars for price, and 2 stars for learning. Buy or bye-bye? It's a buy. Great price, great fun, and actually teaches you science without having to read. Well, now you know which air stem kit to buy. If you've got time to stick around, I've got some other kits to share with you. Here's another of my reviews of science toys. If you haven't seen it yet, check it out.